Hi guys! For someone that really loves instant gratification and getting things delivered to me instantly, it's really amazing that I was able to grow my very own scoby, which I think is symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. That's what scoby stands for. Here she is. She's a beauty. There is a lot of layers. To grow this little gal, look at their cute little collar. Looking real spiffy. I started this on March 31st to start a kombucha scoby starter. Scoby. I took some water and tea and brewed it together. Then I put sugar in while it was still warm to dissolve. And then I took a bottle of raw unfiltered kombucha. You're supposed to use not flavored, but I think I only had flavored and I didn't really realize that. So it's supposed to slow the process if there's fruit in it, in the kombucha already. But I mean, over a month has gone by and she's looking healthy. So, right now I have the water boiling for tea. Since the water is boiling, I did turn it off. I'm going to add just one tea bag. This is black tea. This is a family-sized tea bag, so it should be good for 2 cups. The recommended amount is 1 to 2 tea bags, and this one's pretty big, so we'll just do 1. I'm going to fill to this line. I think that's about 16 ounces, so 2 cups. And then we'll let it brew and cool. Now it's time to undo her little top. This definitely smells just like kombucha. Nice and vinegary, kind of like apple cider vinegar. It's got that kind of feel. I am going to take out this scoby and touch it in front of you because I've been dying to touch it. I also need to split it in half. I want to start a little scoby hotel too. So basically what that means is I'll have this scoby, 2 scobies. So I'm going to split it in half. 1 scoby is going to go in with the first fermentation for the kombucha. The other scoby is going to go into the scoby hotel where I just have that one running in the background. This could be potentially traumatizing, so let's see how it goes. I'm honestly so squeamy and squirmy, so this is gonna be fun. Oh wow, it's oh god. It's really thick. Oh god, I don't know how I'm gonna get it out, honestly. Oh my goodness. I don't even know if I can show you this because it's gonna like slide off the plate. Let me flip this around. You have to see. Ugh. I'm literally so amazed and disgusted. So is Iris. Oh my goodness. I grew this, y'all. It's so thick. And like, it's really not how you would expect it to feel. It's a lot more solid than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, so I gotta be tough. I gotta be brave. I'm going to split this scoby in half. I'm not scared of it, but I just don't want to hurt it / ruin it. Also, it does feel really funny, so. So gross. Okay, I don't even know how to split it. It's not splittable. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh my gosh. Ew, sun's just splashed on my face. Okay. This is truly fascinating. I grew this, guys. I have this clean jar and I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of sugar to it along with the 2 cups of tea that's cooling. You know I love a little science project, so this is really just so satisfying to do. Did I mention I grew the scoby by myself? Because I did. Grew it all by myself, and I'm just so impressed and excited. I really do love like probiotics and gut stuff, for lack of better words. Well, actually, there is no better words. There is better words, but that was my choice. So about 2 cups. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay. And I'm just gonna stir this up. So this is the first fermentation, which means there's a second fermentation. The first fermentation is whenever you don't add fruit. The second time you do add fruit and flavorings. So like you could do like ginger and lemon or orange or really like whatever you would want. I'm excited for that, but I've got to get through these first 5 to 7 days, and then I can think about bottling and brewing, in which I'll need brewing bottles and fruit flavoring ideas. So let a girl know what kind of kombucha you want to try, because I'll be bringing you some. To the sweet tea, I'm going to add just a cup of cold water to help it cool and not be so condensed of tea. Concentrated, I mean. Mix again, and this is gonna sit for a while until it's cool, because I definitely don't want to risk killing my baby scoby. It is cooler, but we do have to wait a little while. In the background, I did have some tea brewing to start my scoby hotel. So I will add some of the liquid into the first fermentation kombucha, and then I'll add this tea into this jar and then the scoby back in. The purpose of adding the sweet tea back in, or the new sweet tea, is to feed the scoby. Since it's a live situation, it does need to be fed. Let's see if I can stir this without spilling everywhere. Let that cool also. I'm really so impatient. I just want the tea to cool so I can start my 5 to 7 day waiting period. So I've been patient, but also really impatient. Finally, the sweet tea has cooled, and I'm going to add in some of this starter liquid, I believe. Starter tea. So I'm going to add it into this sweet tea jar to the top-ish, and then add the scoby, and this one should be good to cover. So here we go. It said to add about a 1/2 cup to a cup, so I think that's about a little more than 1/2 cup. To that, just kidding. It's floating at the top, which is a good sign. And I'm just gonna give this one, same idea, a little collar situation. Just gonna make sure the lid is nice and dry. And here is the starter tea. Wait, no, this is the first fermentation batch. So 5 to 7 days. We'll check back in. This other sweet tea that I have had cooling, I'm going to add to this starter tea. And this is going to be for my Scoby hotel. Occupancy 1 for now. So I'm just going to mix this. I didn't mix the other one, so I'm going to do that too. Juicy Scoby into the jar. And I do like a funky collar, I guess for the hotel. West Texas Whimsical Scoby Hotel. Room for 1. I think I probably added too much liquid to this to begin with, so we're going to revisit this. Just give it a mix. Gentle mix. I don't want to dismember the Scoby more than I already have. And then I'm just going to maybe pour out some of the liquid. Hopefully nothing slides out. I'm just going to seal this one with a coffee filter and a rubber band, just like the other one. They're just coffee filters, nothing crazy. I do have some nice cheesecloths that I bought, but I don't know where they are since we just moved. So we'll do this for now. And she has a cute hat. So I'll check back in about 5 to 7 days with my first fermentation batch and my Scoby hotel, and hopefully we have more Scobies and we're ready to make the second batch. Here's me cutting up some watermelon. In the blender, I do have some green grapes. Those are bay. Here's the watermelon chunks, and I am pureeing the fruit to put in to the kombucha bottles. The blender's not shaking itself. I'm shaking it. Here's me punching the fruit. This is a 1/4 cup of the fruit puree. And using my cute little funnel, I'm going to drop it into the bottle. Next up, for the other fruit blend, I'm doing berries and mango, just a little bit. Watch me peel this orange. It's all one piece. Look out. See? Fruit fist. Fruit fist. Again, more blender shaking. More shaking. Then I decide I'm going to add some lemon juice because it's just not blending like I need it to. Look at your girl squeeze. More blending, more blending, more blending, more blending. Hindsight's 2020, right? But I really wanted to get it into the bottle easily. And this seemed like the best way. Maybe next time I might try just chopping up tiny pieces.
That is for the fresh fruit at least. I could thaw out the other fruit too and chop it up then. Work in the funnel. Good old straw poke. Making a mess. Hi, Iris. And then I'm like, maybe I should add some more, and my camera freaks out. More funnel work. Here is the first fermentation batch. There is actually a nice little scoby film on top that has grown. I'm mixing here so I can get a proper taste. This is the starter tea. And it passes the Scoby Hotel, so I'm going to add the other Scobies to the Scoby Hotel. What once was room for one now needs to be room for 3. And here's me showing off my Scoby growth again. I'm so proud. Into the hotel you go. I think that's the film that grew. Nice. And then I'm just giving it a proper mix so that I can add it to the bottles. Again, the hotel needs a proper funky collar. Looking neat, looking neat. I wish someone was impressed with my scobies. To the berry citrus blend, I'm adding the tea, and my camera freaks out, so we missed the pour, but redemption shot here. Earlier in the video, I did pour some of the first fermentation out when I was making it, and I truly regret it because this one didn't have as much tea as the other. Oh. Drying off the tops so nothing funny grows. Snap close. Giving it a good, honest shake. That's the grape watermelon. Cleaning the top off again for the berry mango citrus. Good to go. Nice shake, nice honest shake. And we'll leave these out for 3 days.
Okay, it's time to try my homemade kombucha. I did let this sit on the counter for 3 days after starting the second fermentation. On the third day, I threw this in the fridge last night, and I think it is ready. I have 2 of them, so I want to try them. I want to kind of stir it or something and mix it first, but I'm afraid to like make it explode. So we'll see how it happens. I burped one of them on the third day, and it definitely had fizz, so I'm curious to see how much fizz there is today. plenty. I have this strainer and I'm going to pour some over some ice. I'm using the strainer because there is a lot of pulp and I just don't want that in my mouth. This one is the berry mango citrus. I did taste the starter tea and it wasn't so bad. So I'm very curious to see how this tastes. Let's see. I actually really like it. This one is kind of sweet. It's fizzy, which I love, and the kombucha taste is minimal. It's not so tart, and I think that might be because I started chilling it on the third day. If I left it for longer, it may be a little more tart like that, but this is really good. Okay, let's do a little mix. For the second one, this one's grape and watermelon. I didn't burp this one, so I'm kind of scared, but we'll see. Oh, that one was uneventful. Okay, with that in mind, I think I almost might leave this one out to ferment a little longer. I didn't have as much starter tea as I thought I did, so this one has more fruit. So it may be sweeter and less fizzy. Let's give it a test. This is the grape and watermelon kombucha. Let's see. So this one definitely is sweeter. I personally don't love it because it is so sweet. I think I am going to leave it out a little longer to ferment. And this one's not a winner, but definitely I do like this berry mango citrus. I feel like I'm definitely being nice to my gut and really excited about the whole process. This was really fun. This was a really fun science project. I am excited to continue trying out different flavors because look at all my scobies. We have so many. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you want to come over and drink some kombucha with me. Bye.